For today's round, I'll be playing the Brute at Grand Geneva Resort and Spa in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Here's the entire course flyover. The choices of tee boxes here is Championship, Regular, and Forward. I know this is a pretty long course, but I'm going to play the Regular, which has a rating of 71.9 and a slope of 131, and again, I will not be putting. Hey, I just wanted to come in here and edit this quick. Originally, I was going to do this as a two-part video where I played the front nine in one video and the back nine in another video. But I think I decided instead I'm just going to do it as one video straight through. So the editing might be kind of weird with some of the stuff I say because, like I said, I was originally planning on doing this in two separate videos, but it's going to be all here in one video. And also, just so you guys are aware, I was kind of feeling a little off on the back nine. So if I'm just kind of different than normal, that's why. I'm fine now, but that was just kind of something weird going on. But anyway, here is now me playing all 18 holes straight through. Here's hole one, which is a 395-yard par 4. Here's my driver. Carried that one about 239. What do I have left to go here? 137 to go. With 137 yards to go, where I think this used to be my pitching wedge, I'm going to use my 9-iron here. And with the 2-shot gimme circle, that's a par. Hole 2 is a 500-yard par 5. Here's my driver. Okay, because I am trying to figure out what I'm doing with my driver here. I did take a bunch of mulligans before this shot, so I may have mulligans on my driver that I'm not showing today. But right now, it looks like I'm in the rough. I have 162 yards to my layup. I'm losing 10% power. I think I'm just going to hit a 7-iron. Oh, it's going right. Stay in the fairway. What's it going to be? Fairway, okay. It's not losing power, so that's good. So here I have 150 yards to go. It's 12 yards uphill. I think I'm going to go with my 7-iron again. And with the 2-shot gimme circle plus the mulligans, that's going to be a par. So the third hole here is a 350-yard par 4. The layup spot there is 231 yards, but it's 28 yards downhill. So I think I'm going to tee off with my 7-wood here because I think my driver, mini driver, 3-wood or 5-wood has the potential to actually end up in the water that's past that 231 there. So here's my 7-wood. Okay, now let's see, is it going to roll all the way to the rough? Seems like it might be slowing down, but I don't think it's going to slow down enough. I think I'm going to end up in that rough. What do you know? Because like I said the other day, you almost cannot hold a fairway if it's sloping on this game. Here with 103 yards to go, but also losing 10% power, I'm going to use my 50-degree wedge. And with the 2-shot gimme circle, that's a par. Hole 4 is a 178-yard par 3. I'm going to use my 6-iron. I probably could go 5 or 6 here, but I think I just hit the 6-iron a little bit better. Oh. I think I hit that one kind of off the heel. So now I have to try and chip it close. I'll be using my 54-degree wedge to chip this one. Hit behind it. And keep going. I think if I would not have hit behind it, that would have been fine, but this is going to be a bogey with the 2-shot gimme circle. Here's hole 5, which is a 360-yard par 4. Going to tee off with my driver. Carried that one close to 237, I think. I'm in the rough, but I can deal with that. Especially when the swing speed was only a 95.2. So I have 119 to go. I am losing 10% power. I think I'm going to go with my 9-iron here, which might be a little long, but I feel like my pitching wedge might not be enough. So let's find out. Oh, I hit it thin. Well, that worked out, and with the 1-shot gimme circle, that will be a birdie. Hole number 6 is a 473-yard par 5. Here's my driver. That one only carried like 205. Now I'm going to roll off into the rough. So this is kind of interesting here because I can either lay up in front of the pond or I can try and get over the pond. But there's not fairway if I go over the pond. So I feel like I'm better off trying to lay up here, even though I'll probably roll off. But I think with that being said, I'm actually going to use my sand wedge, my 54-degree wedge here, and just try and lay up before the pond, and my next shot I'll just have to try and hit onto the green. Oh, that was not good. It's going to be fine for this hole, but yeah, that was only less than 80 yards. Now there I go, rolling off all the way to the rough probably. Garmin, that has to get fixed. Now here with 168 yards to go, 10 yards uphill and losing 10% power, I'm going with my 5-iron. Huh. All right, now let's see what I can do from here. I'm gonna use my 58-degree wedge here, and again, kind of like I did in yesterday's video, just play this one by feel. That was a good decision. That should be a par with the one-shot gimme circle. Hole 7 is a 371-yard par 4. Gonna tee off with my driver again. Carried that one about 220. What do I have left here? Hey, I'm actually staying in the fairway. Previously, this would have been my 9-iron, but I think I'm gonna go with my 8-iron here. Be good, be good. Go, go, go. And with the one-shot gimme circle, that should be a birdie. The 8th hole here is a 126-yard par 3. That should be perfect for my new pitching wedge. Oh, I feel like that's going to be short. Maybe not. It's almost right on the money. And that's going to be a par with the 2-shot gimme circle. Hole 9 is a 392-yard par 4. Let's tee off with the driver. So I did take some mulligans on that one. I'm going to use that one though. I have 163 yards to go. I am losing 10% power. I'm going to try my 6-iron here. I hit it kind of thin. So now I have to try and chip it close. So I'm going to use my 54-degree wedge for this chip. That's going to be not enough. Knew right when I hit it, so that's going to be a bogey with the 2-shot gimme circle. So as you can see right there on the front 9, I ended up even par, albeit there were 3 holes where I used mulligans with my driver. Some of them I probably didn't need to use a mulligan, but they weren't really that great of shots, and I'm really trying to figure out my driver and get practicing on that right now, so there's no mulligans other than driver shots right now. It's been a few hours since I last played this, so not sure what to expect going forward, but here is hole number 10, which is a 411-yard par 4. Let's get with my driver. Carried that one about 235. $167 to go. Previously, I think this may have been my 7-iron, but today I'm going to use my 6-iron and just try and get close to the pin. Oh, didn't hit that one great. Rolled in the bunker. Here I'm going to take my 54-degree wedge. I am losing 20% power, and this is another one that I think I just have to kind of feel it out. Be good? Okay. With the one shot gimme circle, that's going to be a par. The 11th hole here is a 451 yard par 5. Let's tee off with the driver. Carried that one about 208, and again, that one was uphill. Here I have about 191 yards to the end of the fairway, and then there's a gap of rough before the green. So I think I'm going to use my 6-iron here so I can stay in the fairway, or short of the end of the fairway at least. Oh, pulled that one left now. Last one went right, now this one goes left. Luckily it's a par 5, so it's not going to kill me. Here I have 74 yards to go. I'm losing 10% power. It's also 9 yards uphill. I'm going to go with a full 58-degree wedge. Jeez. Thought that would have been enough, but I guess not. So here I have 16 yards to go, losing 10% power. I'm going to chip with my 58-degree wedge here. Keep going, keep going. Okay, that's going to be a bogey with the 2-shot gimme circle. Hole 12 is a 313 yard par 4. It does dogleg to the right here, so I'm going to use my mini driver because I don't want to go through the fairway, and there is a bunker there to worry about that I want to avoid. Not terrible, but not great. Here I have 114 yards to go, but I am losing 10% power, so I'm going to use my pitching wedge here. And with the 2-shot gimme circle, that will be a par. Hole 13 is a 132 yard par 3. I'm going to use my 9-iron here. So now stop, stop, stop. Come on. Oh, I just stayed in there. With the 2-shot gimme circle, that will be a par. Hole 14 is a 320 yard par 4, teeing off with my driver. That one carried about 218, and let's see if I roll off the fairway here. Of course I do, because that's what happens. Getting kind of annoyed with that. Here I have 111 yards to go. I am losing 10% power, so I think I'm going to go with my pitching wedge here. I'm just hoping it's not too much club. And that was almost the perfect amount of club, so that's going to be a par with the 2-shot gimme circle. The 15th hole is a 533 yard par 5. Here's my driver. That one carried about 245. It was quite a bit downhill, so that contributed to that. What do I have left? Still 301 to go. So Home Tee Hero kind of has it set up for 213 yards to go here, so I'm just going to use my 5-wood. Okay, not bad. With 98 yards to go here, I'm going to use my 54-degree wedge. And with the 2-shot gimme circle, that'll be a par. Hole 16 is a 168 yard par 3. I'm going to use my 6 iron here. Now stop. Come on, stop. And with the 2-shot gimme circle, that'll be a par. Hole 17 is a 386 yard par 4. Here's my driver. That one carried about 227. Definitely didn't hit it the best, but it's going to turn out okay. And of course, I roll off into the rough. I have 149 yards to go. I am losing 10% power, so I'm going to use my 7 iron here. Oh, I thought I pulled that one a little bit. I guess better than I thought. Let's see if I can go enough. Okay, and that's going to be a par with the 2-shot gimme circle. Hole 18 is a 411 yard par 4. Here's my driver. Carried that one about 221. I have 168 yards to go. I think I'm going to go with my 6 iron here. Okay, now stop, just sit. And with the 2-shot gimme circle, that'll be a par. So after playing all 18 holes and with a pretty long wait in between, but otherwise it was all 18 holes straight through, I did end up 1 over par. Granted, there were some gimmies on the tee shots because I'm trying to figure out my driver here still. There weren't too many gimmies, but there were some, so I can't say this was a straight 1 over 73 without that. But otherwise, if you are watching any of my videos, I'm always accepting new course requests, and if there's any course that you'd like to see, please leave a comment with the name of the course, where it's located, and if you have a preference of me playing either the front 9 or the back 9, just let me know. Otherwise, as always, thank you again for watching. I really do appreciate it. I truly appreciate all of you that watch, and I do really enjoy making these videos. Thank you.